Hello everyone, I'm Celsius. Nice to meet you here again. Today we are in the garage, but not that Jaguar garage. No, it is another garage owned by my another bad friend, and I got a many thanks for him because it is outside for 34 degrees Celsius. Certainly, inside this garage maybe 38 or 39, but there's no sunshine to get me exposed to very extreme temperature feeling. Well, today we get here indoor to take an introducing about a very interesting car. Actually, this car was headed for American market, but it did not go well when it comes to the market. The factory planned to sell it around 6,000 per year in North America, but actually it did just less than 3,000 cars at the first year, and later dropping. And according to the figure I saw, the worst year just for 800 cars sold in North America. What's going on with that? Okay, well, I'm not living in North America. I have no idea. If you have any idea, please drop your message under this video. Okay, this car is a kind of new segment established by this brand. And it is a kind of car among sedan, touring, SUV, coupe. Well, what kind of car is that? When it presented in the 2009, everybody gather a lot of question mark. Oh, what kind of car is this? And very interesting is that I'm not sure if they got the latest version now, but there are many rival cars goes for market, and the sales not bad, I have to say. And this car, we got very interesting idea for the second-hand car market. It is not very expensive, it is affordable, and it is very interesting car. Okay, today we are talking about this car, the BMW F07. Okay, if you ever have any idea around F07, what kind of car? Okay, the 5 Series called F10 for sedan, F11 for touring, and the 7 Series called F01 for the SWB, F02 for long wheelbase. What's the F07? Yeah, that's very interesting. It is a car among 5 Series and 7 Series. Actually, this is a 5 Series car used the 7 Series chassis. You can see the rear door is longer than the front door. Well, you may think, oh, it is a Chinese 5 Series long Li. Yeah, I think their chassis is the same. But this car called for 5 Series. For what? For this character, the 5 Series GT. Okay, there are two kinds of GT. One is for Grand Touring. The other is for Gran Turismo. This car stands for Gran Turismo because before it present in the 2009 Frankfurt show, there's another concept car called BMW 5 Series Gran Turismo presented in Geneva Motor Show 2009. But actually, the 5 Series Gran Turismo is not the very first BMW Gran Turismo concept car. According to my small brand, I remember there was a BMW concept car called BMW Z9 Gran Turismo presented in 1998 Geneva Motor Show, which would be the BMW E65, 66, 7 Series Frontier concept car. And this 5 Series GT could be the Z9 Gran Turismo 5-door version. That's very interesting because they got a very interesting history as well. Talk about the BMW, which would be its rival cars. I believe everybody would say the Mercedes-Benz. Yeah. And according to the common sense, we will think the Mercedes-Benz is a luxury car, but it is contrary conservative. The BMW is a luxury car, but contrarily sportive, right? But the BMW also always think we are the new segment creator. There's nothing to do with Mercedes-Benz to do a new car segment. But Mercedes said, no, we can make it. And actually they did. They presented the first generation Mercedes-Benz CLS class in 2004. It shocked the BMW and other people all around the world. People will think, why such conservative brand would get such innovative cars? That's unbelievable. And later, the customer like to buy the CLS. The CLS is a four-door coupe. And I have to say, it should be the first four-door coupe at the market. And people would like to buy it. Although it got a very narrow interior, especially at the back seat. But this car is too handsome. When you open the door, the frameless window will shock everybody except you. People were saying, oh, the door is too pretty, just like this one. Okay, it just looks like a sports car. Looks like the four-door hardtop, right? And Mercedes got very successful in the marketing. So the BMW think, no, there's no way for you, Mercedes-Benz, to create such good new segment. We want to revenge. And they did the revenge. This 5 Series GT, we can take it just like the revenge for the Mercedes-Benz CLS. Okay, dating back to 1995, the BMW presented the E39 5 Series, as well as the Mercedes-Benz also presented W210E class. And the BMW also planned to get the SUV version called X5, the first generation X5 E53 as well. But the Mercedes-Benz also presented their LSUV called ML Class W163 in 1997. Well, they are LSUV, but they got different frame design. The BMW X5 uses the chassis borrowed from the sedan from E39, but Mercedes-Benz got individually frame body for the ML Class. But people would like to drive BMW X5 because it's more comfortable. I ever drove the first generation Mercedes-Benz ML163, ML430. The engine is powerful, but the body is unsteady, just like a jelly. Wait. I don't like that. So the Mercedes-Benz got the second generation ML with monocoque body, without the frame body. Okay, the BMW got success. Yes, our X5 is correct. And BMW planned to get an extension for the X5, and they used the E60 chassis to present the second generation BMW X5 called E70. And later they present the X5 Coupe called X6, and the chassis number would be E71. That's originally BMW wanted to do it. But BMW didn't figure out why the Mercedes-Benz got the first generation CLS pulled it out at 2004. The BMW said, we have to revenge it. We have to create another 5 Series new segment. But it is a little bit too late for BMW E60 because at that while the BMW is starting the F10 developer plan. So the BMW think, okay, we got revenge at F10, we got a new segment at F10 5 Series. That would be the 5 Series GT. That's why the chassis number called F07, because the plan for the BMW 5 Series got the very first for 5 Series GT. BMW think we should get a very strong hit at the very first battle. So they get this chassis number even four more than the F10 5 Series and presented before the 5 Series F10. Okay, why the BMW get the Gran Turismo? I have no idea, but Actually, this car is just among sedans, touring, SUV, and coupe. It looks like very, very interesting. Very personalization, I have to say. But, well, there's another problem for this car at North American market. BMW presented the 5 Series wagon since E34. And later we got E39 Touring, E61 Touring as well. But some of the customer in North America said the E61 Touring is too small at the backseat as well as the trunk. They would like the BMW to develop a bigger Touring for the F10 5 Series for North America. And BMW think, okay, fine, we will make it come true. We take this F07 5 Series GT to replace the E61 5 Series Touring in North America. So, you can imagine that there is no F11 5 Series Touring sold in North American market. Yeah. If you ever see anybody say, this F11 comes from North America, well, that would get some problem because there's no officially import the 5 Series F11 Touring in North America. No, maybe parallel import, but not officially American spec. BMW was planned such 5 Series GT would be sold 6,000 cars per year in North America. But when they presented this car in 2010 to North America, they just sold 2,800 5 Series GT at the very first year, and that's the peak. After 2010, each year the 5 Series GT in North America kept dropping. Okay, and BMW think that's not good. So BMW make a minor change in 2012 called LCI. The LCI version got a little bit different, as well as the front lamp, the front grille, the bumper, rear bumper, the tail lamp, and it got a slightly changed at the interior as well. But it couldn't save the selling for North America as well as rest of the world. So there's no second generation 5 Series GT. The successor for 5 Series GT called 6 Series GT, and I'm not sure if the latest maybe called G60 5 Series. I'm not sure the chassis number. I'm sorry, I'm not good for the new car. The latest 5 Series, I don't think there is a 5 Series GT or 6 Series GT because, well, for example, here in Taiwan, the 5 Series GT got a very small quantity at the market. And the 6 Series GT is more hard to see on the road. So I think the BMW wouldn't get the latest 5 Series GT as well. For example, the BMW also present the maybe 34 or 36 3 Series GT, but there's no second generation for 3 Series GT as well as that. Because such car between sedans, between SUV, between touring, it is not acceptable by major. Only a small quantity of people would like to buy such a car. I have to say, this car is very handsome. This car is very personalization, but it is not suitable for major. I have to say about that. And BMW think this car should get upgrade the image for the 5 Series. So the front and the rear is not the same as the F10 did. They say they fixed the front and the rear for the 5 Series GT from the BMW 7 Series F01. Actually, I would say it is not wrong, because if you look at the headlamp, it more looks like the F01 but not F10. And if you get the tail lamp, you will think it is closely related to the 7 Series, because the 5 Series got a different shape about the tail lamps. And there's another interesting design for the tailgates. This is a hatchback 5-door cars, but they got two different kinds of way to take the tailgate. First one is the traditional one. You put this button right here and it will open electronically. And there is another button and you can make it higher. Okay, that's the maximum. And if you want to close it, certainly you push the button and it will get closed. That's no problem. Okay, all SUV or hatchback car gets such set up. But there's another interesting design for there. You can push this button and you can open the trunk. Just looks like the $3 sedan. But I have to say, the utility of this tailgate is not very well. So people wouldn't open as that way because this case is too small. It's not convenient if you want to take anything. So I don't think it's a good design, except if you want to show off. And certainly, because it is GT and it would like to get the same design with the CRS, so they got a frameless window and they got automatic closed door. That's very interesting. And when BMW presented this car, BMW wants to take it as well as the performance. So at very first, BMW offered three kinds of engine for BMW 5 Series GT. That would be 355i, 350i, and 335 diesel. And that present many powers. For example, the 335i present the 3.0 twin turbo inline 6 engine with 306 brake horsepower, and the 550i uses the 4.5 V8 twin turbo engine present the 409 brake horsepower. That's very powerful. But people would think, okay, such car got a big engine with big tax per year and get very expensive at the price. So BMW also take another small capacity engine in 2010 called 530D, and later they got 520D and the 520i GT as well. Especially when they got a minor change in June 2012. As well as the 535i, 550i, 535D also got a power up at the minor change. Now what we look at that, this car is 2013 minor change 520D Touring. And they got a small capacity for 4-cylinder turbo engine with diesel. And they got a cheaper price here in Taiwan. At the very first, the Taiwan BMW called Pan-German Fande present the F07 at December 2012. And they got the price start from 3.68 million Taiwan dollars. And when they got minor change, they present the 520D. They start from 2.86 million Taiwan dollars, which is much more cheaper. So here in Taiwan, we always look at around this 5 Series GT with 535i and 520D. There is no 520i Touring imported officially in Taiwan, but 520i Touring is very popular in China mainland. That's very interesting. According to some paper, they say the best-selling market for 5 Series GT is the China mainland. Well, I have to say, maybe it is not wrong, because I ever lived in China mainland, Beijing, during 2009 and to 2012. I saw a lot of 5 Series GT on the road. You have to know that the 5 Series sedan is domestic car for China mainland, and they produced the long wheelbase called 5 Series Li. So such 5 Series GT was imported car. It is much more expensive than domestic made 535 long wheelbase Li, but still got some people still got some cars sold in to the market. People would like to buy this car at very first, but certainly when they got minor change, people wouldn't buy this car in China mainland. So it comes rare and rare. And BMW is saying maybe if they change the name to 6 Series GT will improve this problem, but actually no. The 6 Series GT get even worse at selling. So I don't think there will be the 3rd generation for 5 Series GT now. Okay, the exterior of the 5 Series GT is combined with 5 Series and 6 Series. How about the interior? I'm sorry, combined 5 Series and the 7 Series. How about the interior? Actually, the same. When we open the door, you can see the styling of the interior just among the F10 5 Series and the F01 7 Series. I have to say, they are the same. But there is a difference about the leg room and the edge point as well as the headroom. Let's take a look at that. When you sit inside, you will think, okay, the edge point is just a little bit higher than the F10 5 Series, but much lower than the F15 X5. Yeah, when you drive the 5 Series GT, you will think you are driving a bigger 5 Series, but not X5. You will feel this car is a big car because we got a sufficient headroom. And this car is the fully equipment, so they got a panorama roof. And even when you sit at the back seat, you won't think this car is a you won't think this car is a 5 Series, because the rear seat is just the same as the BMW 7 Series and close to BMW X5 and bigger than the BMW X6. And well, the instrument for 5 Series GT is just the same as the 7 Series or the 5 Series as well. We got 8-speed automatic transmission for all kinds of 5 Series GT. There's no manual transmission, no other gearbox to choose from. And that's very interesting that there is a true traditional gear knob right here. If you ever drive the BMW E65 or E66 7 Series, you will remember that the gear change will be right here. And they got a very complex iDrive instrument. But people complain about that. Actually, I ever drove the BMW E66 and the E65 7 Series, and I think the iDrive system is innovative, but very complex to use. And talk about the F07, they got a much simplified iDrive system and very easy to use. And I like this gear knob because they got a gear feeling when you get a gear shifting. Oh, I like this one. And they got plenty place to store your cell phone, your books, a lot of things, your keys as well as that. And they offer sufficient room for your head. And please aware, now the front seat is the top of the end. And let's take a look about the rear seats. This car was not called executive car, but it is very suitable for executive user. At first, they got a very big for the rear door and got sufficient leg room. When you sit in, you will think it is sufficient. The front seat got the top of the end, and there's still sufficient leg room for the rear seat. The people sit on the rear seat. And well, there's another interesting is that the rear seat could be sliding for 10 centimeters. You just put this button and you get sliding at front and for the rear as well. And there got sufficient leg room because the BMW got smartly designed for the roof right here. So you wouldn't think it is very narrow as well as the BMW X4 or X6. I think the space for the rear seat is just close to the short wheelbase BMW 7 Series, and it got very comfortable because such 520D uses the air suspension at the rear. When you get the bumper or get some uneven road, that's very comfortable. Certainly, I have to say the BMW 7 Series is more comfortable, but it's called 5 Series. To compare with the normal F10, the 5 Series GT is more comfortable than normal F10 sedan. I have to say about that. And there is some executive design for the rear seat. For example, the armrest is very big. It's much bigger than the 5 Series, but the same as the 7 Series. And when you get it folding down, there are two buttons. One is for the box right here. The other is for the cup holder. Okay, right here. But I have to make attention about that because this car is over 10-year old. So this one is very crispy, very easy to broken. Please take aware about that. All right, and there is an air conditioner right here, but not individual compressor. And you can place some little things right here, and it has got a certain deep. I have to say, it is very convenient. And there are two 12V power out right here. So it is very, the design for the rear seat just looks like an executive class. But certainly, if you want to take your child, take your family, get a road trip, get a joyride, this car is also suitable for a family car. So I have to say, such car gets advantage for the sedan, advantage for the touring, as well as the SUV. But the height for this car is not the same as the BMW X5 or X6. So you can easily park this car to some machinery garage, especially on the basement. So this car should be popular by people. But why this car got not very well at the market? Because such car is too, I have to say, too innovative. People wouldn't accept about that. For me, when BMW presented this car at 2009, at a glance I was thinking, what kind of car? Well, I know BMW would like to create a new segment, but this car is too innovative. Too innovative to accept about that. Many people got the same feeling as well as I did. So there are some people would like to take this car, but most people wouldn't accept this car. So the BMW got some problem as well as to compare with the first generation Mercedes-Benz CLS. So BMW have to change the name as the second generation to 6 Series GT, and I don't know if they got a third generation now for the market. But well, such concept was taken by the Crown crossover or the Peugeot 408X or Citroën C5X, and they got some people would like to buy it at the market as well. So the BMW got very innovative when they developed the new car, and such 5 Series GT is an innovation. I have to say about that, but too innovative to accept, that's a kind of pity. But talk about the second-hand price, that's another new story. Because such car is too innovative, so they didn't get very expensive at second-hand market. The owner of this car was planned to buy the F11 5 Series Touring, but it is still expensive now in Taiwan. Compared with the F10 sedan, the F10 sedan right now is close to the broken car yards. But well, such F07 5 Series GT, they got cheaper than the F11 Touring, but they got bigger at inside and got bigger at outside and got a stronger engine as well as that. So my bad friend, pick up this one with a cheaper price, much cheaper price than the F11, and they got a very joyride as well as buy it. So if you want to find a car with personalization, with your self character, the 5 Series GT is a good choice. But let me take your attention, please. The BMW after the 21st century, they got many problems with their engine, with their transmission box, with their interior. I'm a BMW lover, but I couldn't have the brave to buy the BMW after 21st century. I like E60, I like the E66, but I have no such brave enough to buy it. So if you want to fit such car, please take the garage car. Please take those good cared car. If it is more expensive, I would say it is the CP, the cost per value is great. Please don't buy such car with too cheap price, because you will spend a lot of money, a lot of effort to fix the engine, the transmission box, as well as the interior. Okay, do you like BMW 5 Series GT? If this car got any problem, any story in North America, if you know about that, please drop your message below this video. I'm Celsius. Many thanks for watching this video, and hope to see you again with another interesting car. See you again. Bye bye.